Good afternoon friends, myself Jansari Kishore from Naukar Institute. Today I will teach in standard 12 active passive voice revision. In last video I will give you some example. Now we will go ahead. The next sentence, why should we have bought toys? So why should, now we have to put object, so object is toys. So why should toys have been bought by us? Repeat the sentence, why should toys have been bought by us? Now next sentence, where can they have arranged a program? So where can a program have been arranged by them? Okay friends, now we will change the tense. The next is present continuous tense. Now we will see some example of present continuous tense. Okay, and the other is two object. The sentence has two object. Okay, now see the first sentence, Mr. Shah teaches us English. So in this sentence, us is a one object and English is a other object. So you can put any one object ahead and you can make the sentence. So I put us in place of us. When we put us at a subject, then we have to write down we. So we are taught English by Mr. Shah. We is the object and the simple present tense, so we have to put are according to tense, then third form taught, then other words. Okay, so English is other words, and by, after by we have to put subject by Mr. Shah. Now next sentence, he showed us his painting. So we were, okay, us is one object and his painting is other object, so we have to put us. So we were shown his paintings by him. Okay friends, now see the next sentence, they did not give us advice. Okay, this is a negative sentence and us and advice both are two objects, so we have to put we. Okay, so we were not given advice by them. Okay friends, the next sentence, I taught them skating. Okay, so them and skating both are object, so I put them. Okay, so when we put them in place of subject, so we write down they were taught skating by me. Now next sentence, Ravina is opening the door. Okay, so object is the door is being. Here the sentence says is, so if the sentence is a mar was where, then we have to put being after is a mar. So the door is being opened by Ravina. Second, Naina is not reading a story now. Okay, so Naina is a subject, reading is a verb, and a story is a object. Now is other word. So a storybook is not being read by Naina. Okay friends, now see the last one, what is she doing at present? So what is being done at present by her? Okay friends, so this is a interrogative sentence and start with words, that means there is no object. So what is being done at present by her. Now next, past continuous tense and present perfect tense. The peon was cleaning the room at that time. Okay friends, so the room is an object, the room is a object, the room was, that the past tense is given, the room was, along with was we have to put being. The room was being cleaned at that time by the peon. Okay friends, so at that time is the other words. Okay, we have to put before by. Now the principal was discussing the important matter. Okay, so object is the important matter, that the important matter was is given, so after was we have to put being. The important matter was being discussed, third form, discussed by the principal. Next, I was not reading a book when the guest came. Okay, so a book is an object. A book, that is negative sentence. The book was not being read by me, comma, when the guest came. Now next sentence. Why was your father scolding you at that time? Okay, so that is interrogative sentence. So why were you being scolded at that time by your father? At that time by your father. Okay friends, so I'll give you next sentence. I have already read this story book. Okay, so this story book has been already read by me. Now next, my brother has taken the breakfast in the morning. Okay, the breakfast has been taken in the morning by my brother. Next, they have not seen a hippopotamus. Okay, so a hippopotamus has not been seen by them. What has she preferred? So this is an interrogative sentence. What has been preferred by her? Interrogative sign. Okay friends, so in the next video again I will explain you some more examples. Thank you very much to listen me carefully.